This looks complicated, doesn't it? Don't worry, we're going to follow 3 simple journeys and discover how this entire thermal power plant produces electricity.
The basic idea is simple. Chemical energy in coal becomes heat, heat produces turbine, and the generator converts that mechanical energy into electricity.
Our first journey begins with coal. Coal is stored at the plant before being transported to the coal handling system.
The coal handling plant transports, processes, and feeds the coal toward the boiler. The goal is to supply the furnace with fuel continuously. The coal finally reaches the boiler, where it burns with air. Its chemical energy is released as a huge amount of thermal energy.
Combustion needs oxygen, so air is supplied to the boiler. Before entering the furnace, this heated in the air preheater to improve combustion efficiency.
The air preheater transfers heat from outgoing flue gas to incoming air. Notice the air and flue gas exchange heat, but they do not mix. When coal burns, it produces hot flue gases. But we don't waste their heat. The plant extracts useful heat from these gases before they reach the chimney. First, hot flue gas transfers heat to the superheater. The superheater raises the temperature of steam before it enters the turbine. Next, the flue gas passes through the economizer. It preheats the incoming feed water before that water enters the boiler. After giving up more heat in the economizer, the flue gas reaches the air preheater, where it heats the incoming combustion air. Finally, the remaining flue gases travel toward the chimney. In a real plant, emission control equipment helps reduce pollutants before discharge.
Coal doesn't completely disappear during combustion. The non-combustible residue becomes ash, which must be collected and handled safely.
The ash handling plant collects and transports the ash away from the boiler for storage, disposal, or possible beneficial use. The collected ash is finally transferred to ash storage, so our coal journey is complete. Coal enters and leaves the system mainly as ash and flue gas products. Now let's follow the second journey, the water and steam cycle. This continuous loop carries energy from the boiler to the turbine and back again. After leaving the turbine, exhaust steam enters the condenser. Cooling water removes its heat, turning the steam back into liquid water. The condensate extraction pump moves this water away from the condenser and sends it toward the feed water heating system. Next, the boiler feed pump raises the pressure of the feed water so it can be delivered into the high-pressure part of the boiler system. The high-pressure heater raises the feed water temperature further, improving the overall efficiency of the steam cycle.
The feed water now enters the economizer, where it receives recovered heat from flue gas before entering the boiler.
Inside the boiler, intense heat converts the feed water into steam. The steam then travels toward the superheater. The superheater adds more heat to the steam, producing high-temperature superheated steam. This steam is now ready to enter the turbine.
The superheated steam passes through the main steam valve, which controls the steam entering the turbine.
Inside the turbine, high-pressure steam expands through the blades. As it expands, it transfers its energy to the turbine shaft and makes it rotate. The rotating turbine shaft drives the generator. Inside the generator, a lure of induction converts mechanical rotation into electrical energy. Now we need one more important flow, cooling water. It can come from a river, canal, or another cooling water source depending on the plant design.
The circulating water pump sends cooling water through the condenser. It absorbs heat from the exhaust steam and allows that steam to become water again.
And that's the complete story. Coal provides the heat, water becomes steam, the turbine drives the generator, and cooling water brings the steam cycle back to the beginning. Remember these 4 paths. Coal creates heat, water carries steam energy, cooling water removes waste heat, and the turbine generator converts that energy into electricity. That's how a thermal power plant turns fuel into electrical power.